It's 150 years since Gandhi came to be a part of this earth. And very few people, if any, have had as much of an opportunity and taken as much of an opportunity to have an impact of their spirit on the rest of the world. And Gandhi is known on at least two, and with us, it makes it three continents. I say all the time that it was hard for me to be a Christian until I learned of Jesus through a Hindu, Mahatama Gandhi. In Gandhi, it became a national, international, indeed, a global call that we should love our neighbor as ourselves. And that the way to overcome differences is not through violence, but through understanding, forgiveness, grace, and mercy, which we get from God, we should offer to our brothers, even those who are in a position of oppressing us. And it just made sense that you don't overcome evil with evil, but you don't overcome anger with anger. You overcome anger with understanding. And usually people who are angry are insecure. And they're insecure because they feel inadequate. And if you are a child of the living God, and the Spirit of God moves through you, it's important to pass on that Spirit, especially to your enemies. And I think that was the basis of the civil rights movement in this country. I found myself growing up with it. I think I learned to not love those who hated me, but I learned to understand them. And I learned to get along with them, and I learned to play with them. I grew up that way and continued as I worked with Martin Luther King. It became my job to sort of set up the negotiations and do the mediation. And having read Gandhi and my experiments with truth and the writings of Gandhi that the Quakers pulled together, I found it quite helpful in dealing with the white business community in Birmingham, with the U.S. government, with individuals in mobs, the Ku Klux Klan, the enemies, and people we had to live with, getting along with the police. One, I think, looking at the world as Gandhi looked at it, and as my father taught me to look at it, I never felt inferior. It doesn't matter what anybody else thought of me. What I thought of myself as a child of God, who had been blessed with parents who had formal education and with opportunities in a free society such as ours, that even though it was segregated, there was a freedom of movement, and there was a Judeo-Christian inclination. It was against the law, but we gradually broke down those barriers legally and without violence. And we owe a lot of the success of our civil rights movement The presidency of Jimmy Carter is directly under Gandhi's influence, because even though he was a naval officer and a nuclear physicist who helped to develop the nuclear navy, he was determined that there would not be a war during his time as president of the United States. And we pulled together Egypt and Israel. We made peace with the Panamanians on the Panama Canal. We de-escalated the tensions with the Soviet Union. We invited China back into the United Nations. And we actually changed the world without violence, without a single shot being fired. And so we're grateful to Mahatma Gandhi. And we're grateful to our continuing relationships with the Indian community and with the nation of India. I've been to India half a dozen times. We've made a couple of pictures of In the Footsteps of Gandhi. And I think that it has enriched my life significantly. The friendships with individual Indians, whether it be leaders or children, there's a warmth and a glow and a love that connects us. And I think it's largely because we have all been influenced by Mohandas K. Gandhi. This world does not belong to us. It belongs to the divine creator, by any name you would call him. And it's our responsibility to provide liberty and justice and opportunity for all. Let me thank the Consul General of India, and let me thank the people of India. God has blessed us. Let us share our blessings with each other.